it out. That's some crazy numbers that's running on me too. Take them off till somebody comes in. What up, Trucker Willie? It says you ain't even here. I know I need to bring me a rag out here. I see a few places that detail guy messed on my truck. I'm getting the wax off. I think. Oh, we got two or three of you in here now. Has anybody spoken? Nope, just Trucker Willie. Y'all can come in and holler howdy. Just got the truck out of the shop for the annual inspection. Took them 4 hours. Well, if they was going over at 4 hours, that ain't all bad. You do it at your shop or at a TA. One Eye, what's up with you? Watched American Idol last night. One of them girls on there was one-eyed. But she had pretty eye patches. Terminal in West Memphis. Well, that ain't the best place to be, but if you gotta be someplace. I've been pretty much lazy here around the house. Had a couple meetings with folks coming over, and now I'm waiting on FedEx. I was sitting in that recliner and they're about to fall asleep. So I decided to come out here and just do a live stream. Grandma's in there napping. So I'm going to leave the mean old woman alone. Got the truck washed and detailed. Howdy, Matt. Got the trailer washed and, well, he said he put a wax on it. Got the truck washed, detailed inside and waxed. Met up with my upholstery guy. He's too damn high dollared. And he ain't got time right now. He's running about 2 months behind. So me and Grandma would take off for the summer and talk to him this fall or not. We're debating on just buying some regular furniture replacement. I think it'll be cheaper than having this stuff reupholstered. And he even told us it might be. Moved you over here, so maybe it wouldn't be as noisy, but I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference, does it? It's easier for me to see you here. Pickle Jones, what's going on with you, man? Yeah, Grandma retired me. It took a while for me to finally get along with her on it. But she done retired me. New Journey, what's up with you? All in a day's living, all good. You got that right. Well, I'm having to learn to not do nothing. I ain't used to that. But down in Texas on the little farm we had, if I wasn't trucking, I still had stuff to do. So for almost, well, I guess it has been the past year, I've been learning to slow down, especially the last 8 months or so, and do nothing. And that's hard on you when you as old as I am and you ain't never really done nothing. It makes you say, huh. You know, they've got these screws right here. Can y'all see that in that? I can't tell if you can see it or not. See them screws right there? Yes, I'll rotate device. I wonder if I can take them out there and put a extended fender on that. Michael is the man. What's going on with you? No, I'm retired. I have already been retired. Grandma and my son won't let me out there with all this COVID nonsense with my ailments. 30 years in that truck put a lot of wear and tear on me. Well, that depends upon what you would do with a truck that you bought. If you're talking about just buying a truck and leasing it on with one of the companies, no. I don't recommend that regardless what the economy is. All that is you're a glorified company driver. Now, if you've been doing your homework and you're ready for it, and you got enough money that you can make a big down payment on that truck to lower your payments, if you've got $10,000+ in a kitty just for that truck, and if you have a customer already set up or two where you can run off of your own authorities and cut out the brokers and the dispatchers, then that'd be a consideration. But if you ain't done all that, well, Trucker Willie, go back through my archives, go into the library, and you'll find out where I'm talking about some of the owner-operator stuff. The best thing for you to do is while you're still a company driver is start researching. You know where you live. You know what lanes you need to run to get home. Start trying to find your own customers. You know, if you're going to do it, go get your broker or get your own authorities now so that you're starting to get age on your authorities. When these brokers and companies go looking at you, they want to see how long you've had your authorities. So the quicker you get them, the better off you are. And it ain't hard to do it, especially in this day and age of computers. And it ain't that expensive. You got a few loops you got to go through. You got to figure out a name for your company. And you have to go down somewhere. I don't know where in your area. But you have to go through a book and make sure there ain't any other company named like yours, like you want to name yours. You got to go down and fill out a bunch of paperwork, which ain't a big deal. But do your research on getting your own authorities. And that's the first thing you need to do. While you're driving a company truck, get your own authorities. And let that thing start aging while you're driving someone else's truck. And while you're doing that, that's when you need to start finding out how much insurance is going to cost you. That's your biggie right there, is your insurance. Now, you also have to remember that the insurance isn't just on your truck. You have to get bobtail insurance. You should. And you have to get freight insurance. And most companies want you to cover freight up to $1 million. So start finding out what some of your costs are going to be. Start writing all that down in a notebook. You have your fixed, and you have your rotating. Your fixed is like your insurance, your truck payment, and all that stuff. That never changes. Start figuring out what kind of mileage you're getting out of your truck, what kind of money you're spending on fuel in the truck you're driving now. And that's going to start giving you an idea of what kind of fuel mileage you're going to get and what your fuel's going to cost you. Unfortunately, most companies have it set up where you cannot see how much they're making on that load that you're hauling. So that one you just have to guess at. Now, how would you guess the freight? The easiest way is to download a load board. There's plenty of load boards out there that are free. There's some that cost you, and there's some that are free. Download you a load board, one of the free ones, and I'm going to just throw two cities out there. Say you live around St. Louis, and you're going to Houston. Get on that load board and start looking at what loads, if you're in a van, a flatbed, whatever, do comparison, apple to apple, and see what it's paying from St. Louis to Houston. That'll start giving you a ballpark on what kind of money you can expect to make. So there's quite a bit of homework you need to really do to make yourself to be a wise investor, and that's what you're doing. You're investing in your future. Buying that truck and investing all this money, you're an investor. So do your homework before you make that leap of faith. And whatever you do not let one of these companies talk you into buying one of their trucks or leasing one of their trucks. There's a few good stories out there, how everybody just happy and rich and all that. There's a hell of a lot more horror stories. Lean towards the horror stories. So there you go. That's my thoughts. Oh, nobody said that while I went through that whole spell. So what do you think? Did that help you out any? Did I tell you anything you hadn't already thought about? You know, anybody can buy a truck. And that's what I've told these drivers for years. $1,000 down, you can go to Select Truck with decent credit, and you can walk away with a truck. That's the easy part. Now, what are you going to do with that truck? And you can't buy your truck and then start looking for your loads. Because every month, that $1,000 or $1,500 note's going to show up on that truck. And insurance. So don't buy your truck. That's the biggest mistake people make. Oh, me, oh my. So anyhow, sitting here waiting on FedEx. Had a couple things I was wanting to run out and do, but I got a package from FedEx I have to sign for, and I want that package. No, they're not going to relax regulations at all. They never have. The only time that you will find them relaxing regulations is during a natural disaster. If you are running hurricane relief, then they'll relax your hours for companies so that you can run stuff into that. If they have a big freeze up north that extends a long time, then they'll relax the hours for fuel haulers so they can haul that fuel in there for them furnaces. But as for the individual drivers and or the industry, they're not going to relax any regulations to help us. None at all. It's kind of like that company Champion I drove for. They was a good company. Towards the end there, they started wanting to make us run that logbook nice and legal, the paper logs. It was before computer logs. And then when they got behind on a show or something, because they got where they was having Swift haul a lot of our freight and us doing broker loads, because Swift hauled it so cheap. But then they would want us to just throw the logbook out the window if they got in a bind, and us just run hard like we used to make that freight get to the trade show, because it was thousands, if not millions of dollars if they missed a show. And most of us started telling them, nope, won't do it. We had 2 or 3 that they just wanted to be that hot dog and run like we used to. Majority of us told them, no, if we can't spurge on that logbook for us, we ain't going to spurge on that logbook for you. They didn't like that. Yeah, there's a lot of us retiring with this COVID, ain't there? Well, my health was already heading downhill pretty hard and fast. Then when this COVID stuff started, I was going to take a week off and got to talk to my wife and my doctor, because I had some issues bothering me. And automatically they thought COVID. And Grandma and the doctor decided I was done. Way newbies are today, driving probably hosed. Yeah. Been a UPS for 5 years, sometime I miss OTR, but this job pays good. $39.10 an hour for anything over 8 is time and a half. Great health care, and it's free. 401k and pension. Well, I would stay with it, dude. There ain't too many jobs like that out here anymore. Well, there's never been too many jobs like that in the trucking industry. But you know, with me, I've often said that it don't matter what job you got, you're going to get tired of it. You know, you go out there OTR again, guess what? You're going to get tired of the traffic. You're going to get tired of the games, the brokers, the shippers, the receivers. It don't matter what you're doing. You're going to get tired of it. If it was fun, we would call it playing. We wouldn't call it work. So being they decided to call it work, it ain't fun. That's just my opinion. And if you're lucky enough that you can find something that you love and they pay you for it, you're a lucky rascal. And in the beginning, for any of you new people start hollering, in the beginning, yeah, you'll love trucking. Most do. If you're going to cut it at all. Now you got those that can't cut it and they hate it. Oh, it was all right back in the day. You still had rules and regulations. We just had a little spell in there, mostly when it was loose leaf logs, that we could play a little bit extra. Now, if you was good and you could run 2 or 3 logbooks, see, logbooks used to be stapled together and you couldn't take no sheets out of there. And don't think that it's real easy to run 2 or 3 logs. It ain't easy. Always blew my mind how these drivers had trouble with their hours of service, though. To me, hours of service was so easy. But even my dad, who was damn good at math, he would not log anything less than 30 minutes. Hours and half hours is how he logged everything. Me, I'd run that quarter hour. Well, that's what any job is for paying bills and eating. What's going on, Ralph? Ain't seen you in a minute. Come on, y'all, chat me up a little bit. Yeah, takes a special breed to do them local driving jobs. Just like it takes a special breed to be OTR. My experience, most of them local jobs, you still don't really get home. Get home about enough to shower and swallow a bite of food, grab your 7 hours sleep, get up and take off again. You're doing good to get 12 hours off. What up, John Baker? You ain't got to call me host. Call me Papa Joe. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, yeah, you can find the jobs. Ran 2 logbooks from 69 to 2010, then went ELD till I retired last year. I hear you. Well, you know what I'm saying. It ain't the easiest. I've seen a lot of drivers mess up trying to run 2 and 3 logbooks. Thing about going back running regional, OTR kind of getting not worth it health-wise anymore. Yeah, especially with these ELDs. Watching from Fargo, North Dakota. Been there more than once. There is a John Wayne's meat market down there by the Petro. They got some pretty good buffalo and whatnot down there. That's where I used to go to get my buffalo. They had some pretty good bacon down there too. A little pricey, but whenever I was running boats into Canada, I'd see about making a special trip through Fargo and load up on stuff when I was heading home. What up, Saddle Tramp? You doing anything besides being a lazy old bum? Ah, okay. Well, about all you can say is you get weekends off. Most of it that I experienced, the old saying was, and it was true most of the time, is that they wanted to dock your pay for being local. They thought if you got to spend that 12-hour break at the house or 10-hour break, whatever you had, then they should dock your pay and you shouldn't make as much as you did OTR. So, as like in Georgia, I talked to some of them log haulers and whatnot, They wanted to pay you $100 a day. And I said, well, how many hours a day y'all working? 12 to 14? No. Homeboy ain't playing that. And then if you went hauling asphalt, hot rock we called it, then you got paid by the load. Oh, sorry to hear that, Saddle. The pain never goes away, brother. We both know that. We both know that. You just learn to get through it. Because drivers don't stand up for themselves. If drivers across this nation would actually get together and do something like they did back in the 70s, you might stand a chance, but it don't happen. If you get 5 truck drivers in the room with a clock on the wall and you ask what time is it, there's going to break out an argument over what time it is. Yeah, the oil field can pay decent, but it also can cost you working around them oil fields. You know, that's like, once again, that company champion I was with. One of the drivers over there, he decided he wanted to try to get us union. So he talked to us. There wasn't very many of us. And there was enough of us that said, yeah, I'm interested. But when he started talking to the unions, being that we ran through cross state lines and whatnot, ran OTR, wouldn't no union talk to us. Unions can't do that. Really? Why not? What about these car haulers? A lot of them are union. Oh, howdy, Jeff. Doing good, man. Yeah, I worked the derricks for a little while. I was a floor hand for a short while and moved up to the derricks. Then I got out of it. That was in Oklahoma. That would have been back in, real early 80s. Oh. He's a derrick hand right now. Yeah. It can get awful cold up there, even with the wraparound. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Mr. Paul, what's up with you, brother? Well, detail man finally showed up about 10 o'clock. Took him about 4 hours to get done what he done. But the truck looks better. Trailer don't look too bad. Your son's 5 years old and he's a derrick hand? He's doing pretty damn good. Well, my son's wife is a Filipino. He met her while he was over there on a college deal. Brought her over here and married her. Oh, his older brother's a derrick hand. Okay. I kind of figured that out, John. I was just poking at you. Oh no. She just wanted to see your hiney. Some of them girls are like that with you big boys. Somebody forgot to tell her you had that no acetol disease. Yeah, it's starting to cool off. It got up in the 70s here today. you're tall, Paul, but you ain't that tall. Or maybe she ain't that short. Yeah, I bet that is rare for up there. Don't worry, they got a snowfall coming for you. Well, we used to say in Texas, wait until Easter, we'll get another freeze. Oh, yeah, you will. If you don't get another freeze, them mosquitoes are going to be bad up there. What up, JJ? Paul, you seen JJ said howdy to you. He called you an old man. Yeah, I'm sitting here where I can't watch the traffic as much. I got my back to the traffic. I hear you. All right, Jeff, you be careful out there, man. Me, I'll sit there and be lazy for you. So lazy, I ain't even shaved in I don't know how long. At least a week. Boy, they're dropping like flies now. It was up to 10 to JJ. Let it grow. I'm tempted to just because I'm lazy. But even when I do, I cut this on my neck. I don't know what I'm going to do with this nonsense. It don't grow on top. Well, Paul, you seen that joke I told you earlier about bearded men wearing masks. You just want another shot in the hiney, ain't you? I don't know what gauge she used, but I'll use a 38. And the latest update, Paul, looks like the end of the month. I'm hoping he does. Well, we talked to our trailer guy. They're fixing to shut the place down for vacation. And he has to be quiet. They've done banned him from everything. I'm hoping he starts his own platform, his own, uh, what do you call it, server. And that'll take a lot away from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. But they're going to be shutting down until the 18th for vacation. Then they're getting on me right after that, and I figure it'll be a week to 10 days before they get me done. Well, right about Grandma's birthday, we'll be taking off. Or else we'll be getting to your place right about Grandma's birthday. Oh, we're going to swing by and see Paul. Then go down visit some of our family, some of the wife's family, one of our boys and some of her kinfolk in Texas. Then head on down to South Texas where her brother lives and spend quite a bit of time down there. With the price of gas, we'll see how fast we move along. With the price of some of these RV places, we'll see how long we stay put. Maybe we could drive from Walmart to Walmart and camp out in Walmart parking lots. Oh, I thought they'd cut Don Jr. off. I know there was a couple of them that said they was going to do some releases of President Trump. And, oh boy, Facebook started making all kinds of threats. They would shut down anybody that even talked about him. When they can do that, brothers and sisters, they got too big. You don't want to get me into politics right now. Well, you're going to have to figure on a pretty decent price and work from $200, $300 a week, regardless of where he goes. And if you start getting them real cheap ones, you get what you pay for. But they average around $35 a night if you do it daily, and they give you a slight break if you do it by the week. He needs to join in with Good Sam's Club and some of the RV clubs. Goodness. I hear some kids beating the hell out of something. Sound like kids. Oh. Y'all gonna have to chat me up or I'll go inside and take a nap with Grandma. Oh, I don't know that she has a favorite cake. Chocolate is not it. No, I understand, Tramp. Live in the good memories, brother, not the bad memories. No, not really, Brian. You really can't pay me enough to get Grandma to let me out there no more. As long as I was out there, we've seen all the games, man. Huh. Well, that's a shame if he's buying an RV for one trip. He should have rented one. You know, they have rental RVs. What is that? 1-800 See America or RV America or whatever it is. Well, there's plenty of rental RVs out there. And motels are a hell of a lot cheaper than buying an RV. You can stay in an RV for 2 or 3 weeks and not, or stay in a motel for 2 or 3 weeks and not get close to the cost of an RV. Well, when he gets back from that trip, if he wants to sell it, holler at Paul. Give you a good enough price on it, Paul might buy it. Well, he's worried about COVID and he's still taking a trip. Guess what? COVID's in more than motels and them gas stations and fast food joints, the restaurants, the grocery stores. Despite what they tell you on TV and on the government know-how, COVID really can go past the doors of Walmart. They want you to think that COVID's not allowed in Walmart. It is. Did you catch the sarcasm in that? All right, there's a couple plates on this truck driving me nuts. Oh, that's better. Now that I know that'll come off of there. That one didn't. But that one did. So there's a couple places I'm going to have to hit that he missed. Good thing. I thought I hit it well. Yeah, I don't know if they all even went out there this year. They're in Quartz. What is that, Quartz, Arizona? Yeah, everybody's being silent. What's up with that? You got me sitting here daydreaming. Uh-huh. I don't know if you'll be able to keep up with me. There's a reason I got this Hemi. Paul, you still on here? Are you watching? See, he got distracted, didn't he? All right, watch this, Paul. All right, I reversed it. This is one of the things I was telling you about. I forgot to put that over there. And they go all the way forward. This one, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do there. That is not going to be good at all. Okay, there we go. I'm still learning it and trying to figure out all the tricks to it. What a deal. Now I had him put this handle on over here. Oh, come on. Have him put this handle on there to give us something to grab hold of when we're using the ladder. That's hard to do one-handed. There. That was one of them doohickeys I was told you about. It almost fell off. Well, you damn it. Yep. A lot of storage and it's out of sight. I got places for the two toolboxes up top and a tackle box. I got a place on the side made to hang Grandma's fishing poles. I told her I'd see about getting her out fishing. I ain't a big fan of fishing, but I'm a big fan of Grandma, so I'll go sit out there and fish with her. Just to amuse the old lady. Oh. What the heck? So yeah, we're getting her fixed up, set up to do more traveling than just this summer. I need to load up them other flower pots. What up, Zachary? Load up them couple of ladders. I got stuff still to take to storage. Oh, I'm here at the house. I'm here at Lojo's. I just moved the chairs up here by the trailer so I wasn't facing that sun. Been using the trailer for a little bit of a block for the road noise. Did you and my little girlfriend try any of them recipes? Perry, Georgia. That's way down south. Check your timing. They should have some air balloons down there here real soon. I don't rightly remember exactly when that is. But do a Google for the hot air balloons in Georgia. Seems like it should be here in the next week or so. Dude, I've told you about drinking out there on the road. You wait until you get home to get loaded. Then you got my little girlfriend out there drinking with you. You're a bad influence, Mr. Brown. Paul, what are we going to do with your boy? You sprayed the wheel wells of your Jeep with the spray-on bed liner. You know, back in the day, we used to jack them up and spray all underneath them when we was going off-road and playing out in the rivers and stuff. If you do it right, it almost makes it watertight. But boy, it took a bunch of it. It probably took about 2 cases of beer and I don't know how many cases of that spray on. But we had fun. That was back in the good old days. Oh, Grandma ain't in here. She's down there at the house. Ha ha. I haven't ran electricity up here to this. I'd have put in a 30 amp breaker and a RV plug outside. I don't want to do that. No, it didn't. See there? Zebert. Not right off. Was that one of the first ones of that nonsense? Of that spray on? I know there in the beginning they had a bunch of them. Well, of course, everything's because you're a smoker. It's us or us, yeah. I remember. Well, you know, despite what they say there, JJ, there's a lot more that makes your lymph nodes swell up than cancer from smoking. I got had a doctor here in Georgia years ago. Wasn't really a doctor, physician's assistant. I used same kind in Texas, physician's assistant. And both of them was same mind. You're old enough, you know smoking ain't good for you, so I ain't gonna tell you a damn thing. Good, thank you. And that's how we went about that. Yeah, canned food can too. All kinds of stuff canned. Hell, back in the day, that's how they would tell if you was really sick or not, was just to check your lymph nodes. Yep, they're swollen. Nope, they're not swollen. You're all right. Get you out of school. And you got them in more places than your throat, too. Oh, I've been behaving anyway. I don't know about good. Don't start lying out there working, sleeping. Well, when that age first started coming out, they started telling you get something that water brush won't take off. Well, you kids today running all them legal hours and stuff, 10-hour breaks. Shit, a 10-hour break, that's what we took in a week. We'd push our trucks uphill both ways in the snow and be glad we had a truck to push. You kids today just don't know how it is. All right, Journey, take it easy, man. Thanks for dropping in. You didn't tell me, did y'all try any of them recipes off my blog? Did she ever read all my blog? Or did she get bored and stop? I ain't had the time. She ain't driving. You was going to Walmart the other day when I talked to you. Mexican food. My, oh my. Carlos is going to be mad. You had tacos and didn't call him? Everything's better with bacon on it. Oh, goodness. All right, brothers and sisters. I've had the swollen for over a year hammer. Uh-huh. Oh, I ain't telling you not go to the doctor at all. I'm just saying he damn fool that always hollers, 'cause you're a smoker. All right, get on the road, Zach. About time you did something today. Lazy cuss. Love you, little brother. I've been watching Street Outlaws reruns. Think I'm about ready to go in there and watch some more of it. I'll do it when she gets up. I ain't gonna wake her up just for you. If I do, I'm gonna call you and let her talk to you about waking her up. I know how to play that shit. Baby, Zach wanted me to wake you up. Here, talk to him. Uh-huh. Well, why didn't you have the dentist check it while he was there? All the doctor's going to do is pull some blood and say, you have a high white blood cell count. You must be sick. I bet you smoke them menthols too, don't you? Well, at least the traffic's starting to slow down. Evening rush hour must be over. Everybody done made it home. Chesterfields. Good friend of mine used to smoke Chesterfield. Filterless. He had a store that would order them just for him. Because they're hard to find anymore. Unless you're in Arkansas. Oh, I don't pay any mind what people smoke around me as long as it ain't mine. You go try and smoke mine and I'll stop you. That's for damn sure. Well, I can tell you now, JJ, you need to quit smoking. That shit's bad for you. It'll make your lymph nodes swell up. Hell of it is if you quit, like Paul, then your head will swell up. Y'all ain't seen him. He's about 7 foot tall and his head's about twice that wide. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the video where I went down and met him. I hear you, tramp. Well, whether y'all realize it or not, I'm 6.5 foot tall, and look how he was beside me. He tall drink of water. There you go, Paul. Get on him. It's probably that Cadbury bunny that made him swell up, ain't it? He gonna lie and tell you none. Truth is, he was out there stealing it from his nephews and nieces. They'd find one, he'd start hollering, "That's mine, I put it there." Oh yeah, there goes that neighbor's dog. Well, good on you, Tramp. A ton of crawfish. Only in Louisiana do the damn crawfish hide Easter eggs. Y'all some bastards. You know that, right? Every place else it's rabbits and stuff that lays eggs. Went to Popeye's Chicken the other day. They ain't even what they used to be. Was so disappointed. They didn't have no dirty rice, and their red beans and rice sucked. They get started using all that. Oh, we're Louisiana kitchen. Back in the beginning it was, but not no more. All right, kiddos, I'm going to get up here and go inside for a little bit and harass Grandma and wait for the UPS or FedEx, I guess it is. Watch a little more racing. Give me something to do. I appreciate y'all coming on here. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you. So do I. Catch me again. Bye.